Brand new Avengers movie comes out in 2026. It's a tentative release date for December 18th, called Avengers Doomsday. It's part one of another two-part saga, as they do. The next one's going to be Secret Wars. And this roster promises to be jam-packed, even more so than we had with Endgame. Seems almost impossible at this point, but the Russo brothers are on top of it. Now, whether or not it's going to generate the same buzz and fan excitement, that remains to be seen, especially with the new crop of Avengers maybe not hitting as hard as some of the past ones. And one such past one is a little bummed out he's no longer joining the party. And I'm going to talk about it for a little bit because clearly I have nothing better to do. Let's begin. Before I go over a single statement by an actor for a few minutes to really milk things out, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to the show, Adam Does Movies, on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts, that way you get more of me in the future. I do a lot of movie reviews, occasional movie rants, all movie-related things all the time. Would love to have you stick around. Now let's talk Chris Evans. Because he's the guy that kind of feels left out of this new Avengers thing. Even though he's the one that actually retired from the Avengers, he chose to step away. And to the Russo brothers' credit, they gave him a very nice send-off. He gets old, he went back in time, he got to be with Peggy Carter. It's really like a dream come true for an Avenger. Especially when the other form of retirement is getting your ass chucked off the side of a cliff, like how both Black Widow and Gamora went out. You almost have to laugh at the fact that two prominent females in the MCU got thrown off the side of a cliff and died. I understand it happening to one of them, but both? I mean, come on, we could come up with something else. Chris Evans played Captain America in the MCU. I know it's news to some of you that don't keep up with this stuff. That's why you come to Adam Does Movies for the hard-hitting facts. Yes, Chris played Captain America, aka Steve Rogers, for many years. But after Endgame, he hung up the Stars and Stripes, threw the shield in the closet for Anthony Mackie to pick up later. But now that Avengers Doomsday is coming out, and one of his good buddies, Robert Downey Jr., is back in the mix, playing Doom this time, Evans is feeling a little left out. He even said, it feels like there's a party going on and you weren't invited. Now, since you asked, for me personally, if I were ever in a superhero movie, I would ride that shit out until I was unable to walk. And even after that, just cripple my character, toss me in a wheelchair, and I'll Professor X this thing all the way till death. Because that is a cash cow on top of the fact that you have so much notoriety, so much admiration from fans all across the world. You are at the top of your game, and I understand as an actor, you want to, stretch your wings, you don't want to be pigeonholed into that one character. But on the other hand, why not? That's kind of the cream of the crop. The creme de la creme. And I think that's what Chris Evans is starting to realize after doing a string of pretty mediocre to outright awful films. Yes, he was shot out of a cannon with Knives Out. A great movie. He's fantastic in it. But after that, it was miss after miss. He was in Don't Look Up, the Netflix streaming exclusive. Then he voiced Lightyear, that terrible Pixar film. He was in The Gray Man, which I actually heard was good. I didn't see it, so I can't knock it at all. But Ghosted, he follows up with. Then there was Pain Hustlers. He finally gets to save some face by showing up in Deadpool and Wolverine, stealing the scenes he's in, playing his old Human Torch character. Very, very fun moment. But then we go back to reality again with Red One, that stupid cringe-ass Christmas movie with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, baby. And I believe his reminiscing about the glory days of Captain America and how he wishes he was part of this new one comes from an interview where he's pushing his new movie, The Materialists, which stars him, Pedro Pascal, who's in everything, and Dakota Johnson. Madam Web herself is in this one. Our 50 Shades of Grey gal is back, baby. How does she keep getting work? Oh yeah, she's related to two prominent actors. Anyway, I don't know how he couldn't miss it, and there's a part of me that believes he went to Disney, he went to Mickey Mouse, tears in his eyes, and said, "Sir, Mickey, King Cheese, I want to be back in the MCU. Please let me back." And Mickey looks at him and goes, "Oh, you stupid fuck. I knew you'd come crawling back. To the House of Mouse. We're gonna get you in the MCU. You better believe it, Buster." And so I would not be shocked if he does show up in Avengers, Doomsday, or Secret Wars, or whatever down the road. Maybe not, but history has a way of repeating itself, and every single one of these assholes that goes into retirement gets the Wolverine treatment all over again. Both Patrick Stewart and Hugh Jackman said they were done with those characters after Logan. They both ended up showing up in future MCU projects. As for me, I think I'm like a lot of fans where it would be cool to see Chris Evans as Captain America again, but it would also really do a disservice to the story that came before. His sacrifice for the country and then giving him that send-off at the end where he's an old man, ready to just kind of drift away into the winds. And the same can be said for Black Widow. Although I don't think Scarlett Johansson has any desire to return. She has some bad blood with that whole lawsuit thing with the Black Widow movie. And she has made it clear a couple times over that, yeah, her character's dead. It would be a disservice to bring her back now. People think they want to see it until it happens. And then it's, oh, yeah, you know what? We maybe should have stuck with the original storyline and just kept these people dead. Had it mean something at the end of the day instead of a cheap little, oh, look, it's him, it's her, yeah! But the multiverse is a fickle bitch. And because it has been established now for like a decade in the MCU, they can bring back, resurrect, kill off, bring back again whenever they want. And that's a problem. And I hope that they're going to start getting away from it, but that seems unlikely. There's already a variant established of Hugh Jackman's Logan, and I refuse to believe that Victor Von Doom that's coming out in this Avengers movie is not going to be a variant of Tony Stark. They can say it all they want. It makes no sense to cast Robert Downey Jr. and not have him play a variant of Tony Stark. It's downright stupid, but we'll see. We'll see, because you know he's going to have that helmet off for a good majority of the film. They're not going to cast that guy and give him tens of millions of dollars or whatever he gets for these things and not put that face out on the camera. All right, well, there you have it. I managed to make a meal out of very little. Hopefully you stuck around to hear what I had to say. Let me know your thoughts on Chris Evans as Captain America. Do you miss him? Do you want him to return? Or are you like me and you thought, you know what, he had a great run. He chose to retire. Let's just keep it that way. Let me know. Leave a comment, like the video. Please think of subbing to the show, Adam Does Movies, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. A lot of ways to get me. Got to catch them all, though, at the end of the day. All right, take care.